So, welcome to episode 23 already. Today I'm joined by Betty Goh, originally from Singapore, but now she's in Beijing, I understood, for an exhibition. And I wanted to have her on because her work spoke a lot to me because, well, first of all, it's very dynamic, all the photos, but also it feels very personal, maybe even more so than most street photographers. So that's why I wanted to have Betty on the podcast. So, hey, Betty, maybe could you
Hello.
shortly introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Betty, and I'm born and based in Singapore. I've started street photography around 2018, and after that, over the last few years, my style has like evolved, and I kind of uh feel that I have my own style, and I call my own style as a subconscious style, and this subconscious style is more like a abstract street photography. It's still street photography, but photograph in the abstract manner. And I feel that I also have a signature style, which are also difficult to explain unless you see my photos. Yes, and today I'm in Beijing. I have a solo exhibition here, and it went well. And in fact, today is the last day, so I'm sitting here in
Okay.
the gallery talking to you.
Yeah. There's no video, of course, but for the people listening, there's like a big wall behind Betty with all of her work, of course, because it's solo exhibition. That's I think a solo exhibition is like the best kind of, like, you have group exhibitions, which is of course fun and you can make many connections, but I think like a solo exhibition is very something to be very proud of. And as you said, yeah, you have a very distinct style. Uh, you indeed mention the subconscious style on your website as well. And to me, it's like, yeah, you have abstract photography, which for a lot of people, maybe they're thinking about kind of like soul lighter as well, which is kind of more abstract. But for you, it's entirely different. It's also more dynamic. It's very much, well, it's not all ICM, but there's a lot of movement in your photos. So yeah, you mentioned about your style evolving in the past, which is it 7 years now then. Um, how did that go for you? How did you find this style quickly and just had to fine tune it, or was it really like you went all over the place and eventually ended where you are?
Okay, so I will say from the beginning how actually photography started. It actually started. Okay, so far of my life, right? I have been like typical Singaporean who has been going for studies and then pursuing studies, and also doing the financial or banking jobs as what is expected of a Singaporean. So I did that, and because of to pursue all this career, um, or probably it's because of the society expectation. There's no time to find any hobbies. So I I do not have any hobbies for almost my half of my life, or more than half of my life. So in 2016, I had a little problem with health. So I went to see a doctor, and he took something out from me. And fortunately, there was nothing serious about it. That incident made me think about my life. I suddenly feel that life is so vulnerable that, like I have been studying and working all my life, and I didn't have time for myself. I didn't do anything for myself. I do not have any hobbies. So I start to think that I need to, find something that I like. So I tried to pursue a few hobbies, but because of my traveling, because business trip schedule, I couldn't join any classes. And so after finding some hobbies, I decided that, okay, how about photography? Because I can do it solo, and I can carry just a camera and photograph whenever I want during my business trips. So that was my very starting point of photography. But during that time, I could take quite fairly good, reasonably good photos, but I feel that they are travel photos and they kind of lack of my soul. So I feel just travel photos, beautiful mountains, beautiful lakes, and lovely streets, but nothing really represent me. And so I still feel for so far in my life, I still feel like there's a emptiness and kind of loss of direction in my life. I just still feel that it's not me. So, but I didn't know what it is, but I just continue photographing while traveling, and I really love it very much while traveling. So then it comes to a point where I decided to go to Tokyo for a holiday, and I was thinking like, what else can I do? What any interesting activities? So I found this advertisement which has a 2-day workshop with Siegfried Hansen, the German street photographer. So I signed up without knowing who is he. I didn't research anything about it. So, but I just joined. And the very moment that I joined the lesson, I was truly like inspired, and I was truly inspired because I have never thought that the daily streets can be so interesting. Because previously I always need to have to travel to photograph. I always need to find new events or activities before I can photograph. But now I feel he gave me an the inspiration that even like just within like one or let's say 5 meters of the street, I could photograph so many things which I've never thought about it. So he gave me this very good inspiration, and so this class is just like 2 days. Okay, and after these 2 days, I was like very motivated, and I keep photographing, practicing at home back in Singapore. So then, one day I decided to show him some photos to Siegfried. I sent him some photos, and then he looked at them, and then he just make a simple comment to say that, "Oh, hey Betty, I think you should go towards the direction of abstract street photography." And I was very, very happy because for all my life, right, I don't really get much compliments or, anyone praising me. So this is almost the first few praises in my life. So I was very motivated, and but of course at the same time I asked him, so yeah, actually what is abstract street photography?
Yeah.
Because I have no idea what he mean by that. So then he just say, "Oh, just do what you are doing now." So okay, it's easy because I know what I'm doing, so I just keep practicing, and then and yeah, so I just keep doing. And then in 2021, I was diagnosed with cancer. And then I was initially, of course, depressed because of this. And but then later on, I decided that, okay, I should not be depressed. Right? And what can I do to encourage myself? So I decided to buy a new camera, because my old camera is just a simple one and it's almost like damaged. So I bought a new camera, and I tell myself every day I should go and take some photos on the streets after each day's hospital visit, because during that time I need to go to the hospital for radiotherapy every day. So I did that. So I photographed the streets every day after the radiotherapy, even though I'm not supposed. I mean, the doctor warned me not to go under the sun because during that time was like real summer time, that August. Yeah, so it's really hot. But they say that because under the radiation, should not go for more radiation under the sun. But I just go again. I was a bit rebellious because I really feel that photography can bring me joy, and I should not just go back to my room and go back to my house and face the four walls again alone. So I want to do photography. So I did that, and I keep going to the same street because it's just near the hospital, right? So I keep going to the same street. So slowly I start to like find some interesting things on the street every day. And then slowly, the photos start to evolve. And then I start to kind of think that my style is kind of growing. And when I look back, I feel that my photos are kind of introspective. That is like reflection of my inner soul, which is not just for the cancer period, but it's from young, how I felt from young about the world, about the city, to up to now. So yeah, so that's how the photos evolve. So yeah, so even like even during that time, the photos are still like quite proper, kind of still quite proper. But after that, the photos really evolve. Like I just do my freestyle, like I just feel that I want to just express my soul through my camera. So the camera is just like a tool for me to express my soul, but not to be controlled by the camera. Yeah, so in summary, that's how it goes.
Yeah. There's a lot of questions that popped in my mind. I hope I can remember them all to
Okay.
ask you now.
Okay.
Because that's a very, very good
A long
story.
story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's also very packed with information. So it's very interesting, but that's why I need
Mm.
to make sure that I
Yeah,
keep
just let
track
me
of
know.
everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So first of all, maybe it wasn't really intentional to go introspective and to have your work to be so personal. That was just something that creeped in, or yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely not intentional. I just, as I say, during the travel photos era, I just feel that my photos are okay, but they have some they lack of my own soul. That's
Hmm.
something I feel, and I just taking photos to kind of document something, right? So it's
But you
just like,
still
oh, the
enjoy the
beautiful mountain.
process of doing that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
enjoy because I discover, wow, like I travel, I have to keep traveling. Like I have to go to Greenland, I have to go to Norway to see the Northern Lights. So it's like I always have to pursue something new, something interesting in order to photograph. So I keep feeling that I keep feeling that I am keep I need something to make me happy, right? So it's just like some people, they keep buying maybe many cameras to make them happy, but still they're not happy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Yeah. So for me, I keep pursuing something. So but until then, when I finally found my own photography, I feel that I found something within me, even if it's a daily thing, a daily routine on just the same place every day. And I find peace and freedom from there. So I feel that there is just something from there because I finally settled down, and my soul is kind of like is free from is released from there. Something which is trapped in me for so many years in my life, that I feel there is a release in that. So I feel that this photo that I'm taking is actually representing me because of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not
And
deliberate. Yeah.
no, yeah. And was it tough to like publish it? Like, for example, you have an exhibition now surrounding these photos specifically. Is it
Mm.
because it's so personal, is it hard to show it to people, or
Definitely not difficult. Yeah, not difficult
okay.
because my style is almost in my photo, all in my photo. So it's not so difficult. It's just that I just need to curate in a way that they gel with each other. But it's not difficult. Yeah, because I feel that if you are taking photos because you are is a deliberate intention, right? Then you will probably, maybe that's my perspective, that you will feel that you have like you may have difficulty to curate because you are deliberately doing, and probably your style is like always this and that, this and that. So you may find it difficult to gel each other. But my style is quite consistent, and they are all real me. So I don't really think it's so difficult to put them together in the show.
Okay, yeah, and show it to people. Yeah, okay, great. And then do you still do it daily, the photography?
Yeah,
more or less?
because after the first cancer in 2021, then after that in 2024, I had second cancer. Last year, I had my second cancer. Okay, I mean, like there was the situation, but I couldn't go out to take photos for many months. But then when I was released from that, I could take some photos because I didn't because I resigned from my work because I work in
Okay.
the financial industry. So I resigned. So I had some time every day to go and take photos, but now I'm back to work again. So yeah, no, little chance again. So, but I will try as much as possible to take some photos on weekends. Yeah, so like difficult for me to take every day
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It with work sometimes it's but I hope you're a lot better now. So
Yes, yes. You see,
yeah.
I'm so happy now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Yes.
a very enthusiastic person. Yeah. So that's always nice. And then so you got into street photography after the workshop in 2018. So let's get back to that.
Yes.
And so until like for the first few years, you just kind of like were just playing around with subjects and
Yes.
techniques, or yeah. And then
Yes.
you
Yeah,
started
correct.
the more well, like longer shutter speed and reflection images. Was it because how did you find those or that style? Was it also influenced by other photographers looking at work, or was it just by playing around with the camera on a regular basis and stumbling upon that technique?
Yeah, so I would say that it's all like playing, experimenting by myself. Because what happened is that I feel that, okay, not that I'm being arrogant, but I always want to have my own mind, when photographing. So I hardly, actually, I hardly look at other photographers' work. I mean, I can look, but not study. Like,
No, no, yeah,
no, I don't really like know or like go and research anything. So because I feel that photography is a way for me to express myself. So I feel that why I should look at or study other people's work such that it is not really real me. Yeah, so I want to be able to have a way to express myself, and the way is my way. Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Makes
so
sense.
yes. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I do not want to be constrained. Yeah, like because I feel okay, my perspective is that if like I keep looking at somebody's work, right? The tendency, okay, is very high that I will want to copy the person's
mm,
style, right? Then that's not your style. Then you may be having difficulty to find your style because you say, oh, this photographer is good. This photo, oh, how about I try to copy this way, this way.
yeah.
I feel this for me. I don't think it's difficult for me to have my own style. So I always maintain that I will always use my own style. Yeah. So
Okay, great. That's
yeah.
that's very cool. And I've heard before also people who mention like looking at paintings instead of photography because it's more artistically inspiring, and they don't want to to fall into copying someone else. So that's it's a good
Yeah.
answer anyway. Yeah. And then I can imagine also like going from like travel photography, like you mentioned the Northern
Mm.
Lights in Norway, for example.
Mm.
I can imagine then going to street photography and being able, for example, to do it just in your own street, that it's kind of, well, liberating perhaps, or like it makes it much more easy and accessible and cheaper probably as well to
Yes,
do.
very cheaper.
So I
Yeah.
can imagine like the world opening up even though you stay more in your own city, no? Or
Yes, yes. In fact, like okay, first, okay, economically, yes,
yeah,
it's much cheaper. Yeah, because last time I really keep like finding new places to go until like I think maybe I'm going bankrupt because I keep spending so much money on traveling. But then now I managed to find just the street, like just in the regular street, right? So this economically is like, I don't really have to spend so much money except for food because I'll drink or coffee that I
yeah,
yeah, and then also I feel that the real life is actually the daily life. When we travel, we are like is something out of the ordinary, right, of our daily lives. We are pursuing something interesting, like we are trying to find something interesting, extraordinary of our life. But is it our real life, our true authentic life, our personal life? No, not really. So I want to look for real personal life that I do almost every day and see every day. And that is the real life, that I really want to portray that. So yeah, so that's so that's my style or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
now I wonder, like, for example, you're now in Beijing, which isn't your hometown
Mm,
because you're from Singapore. Do you
yes.
still manage to make photos you like and find personal? Because it's of course a different city. Maybe I'm not sure how often you get there, but it's not really home. So is it
Mm.
still easy to get it in your style or?
Okay. I mean, honestly, I still prefer to photograph in my home because, like now, okay, first of all, of course, I'm very busy at the exhibition. Okay, then if let's say I have time, I probably need to feel something.
Yeah.
I still need to feel it, like if I travel, sometimes I don't really feel. I don't know what is that
Yeah,
that
yeah, I
thing
can
in me.
imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, for
yeah.
me it's the other way
So
around. But so it's funny to hear for you that it's easier to be in your hometown and photograph there. For
no,
me, it's often
yes.
more inspiring to go somewhere I haven't been too often or haven't been before. So
Yes, and in
uh,
fact, many people, like local people that I know of, they also like to travel and photograph, and they feel it's very boring at home. But for me, I find it so interesting at home.
yeah, that's
I
great.
could go to the same place over and over, like maybe 1,000 over times.
Yeah, that's great. I think like I do also like photographing in my hometown and going to places at the same time. But at the same time, I find it more inspiring to go someplace else. And so you mentioned the exhibition. Maybe we can talk about that part of while your photography, because I saw you've done a lot already, and there's more exhibitions coming up. Is that something you chase for, or how do you have to say, like, do you actively go looking for galleries to exhibit in, or how does
Mm,
that
mm.
happen for you?
Okay. Okay, so like apart from like of course group exhibition, that there are group exhibition or maybe like open like competition that I join, but I still prefer like solo exhibition because I feel that my photos are a little bit different from other street photos, right? So very often like I think a lot of like street photo competitions, they actually look for really street photos, candid streets or whatever. My photos are like a bit like different, so maybe those my photos are it's difficult to gel into other people's photo. That's what I feel. So I
Yeah,
think usually for group exhibition, like as a curator, right, they want like a something that gels, photos that like kind of have a line, like we have 20 photos, they should have a story to tell, but suddenly there's this photo that's like out of place, right? Probably it's difficult to match. So maybe I don't really have too much chance for like street photo competitions. Then I also like for art, photo art competition, that will be good. Because I feel that mine is more like artistic style of photos. Then but I like I feel that I like solo exhibitions because when I have solo exhibition, the feeling is very different when people look at my photos. Because if let's say it's in a group for exhibition and mine is just a one photo in that exhibition, it doesn't really tell much about my style or my story or whatever. But when you have a collective group of photos that kind of have the same style and they come and haunt you, like and tell you this is subconscious, then people will be able to feel that emotion. Otherwise, if it's just a one photo, they just say, "Oh yeah, it's a nice photo." That's it. Yeah, they cannot
yeah, it
really
doesn't
feel
tell a story.
emotions.
Yeah,
Yes, yes. So after doing 3 solo exhibition, I think this is the real benefit that people can really feel the emotions. They quite a number of people they come in, they look at the collective group of photos. They say that yeah, I feel very emotional, even just like looking at the photos. So yeah, so that's very important because photos should not be just photos. Photos should also have a should be able to trigger emotions. And yeah, so if a photo can trigger emotions, I think that will be more successful than
Yeah,
just a photo. Yeah.
very true. Yeah. It's funny because while we're talking here, I see in the background people coming into the gallery, watching the
Yes.
photos of Betty. So that's a very fun situation for me because usually it's like
Yes.
people are like me just in a room. Um,
Yes. And you know the gallery actually here today is Monday. This art district, 798 art districts actually are closed. Most of galleries are closed, so we are open. And then even if we are open, it should be till 6 p.m. only. But now it's already 8:30, and there are still people walking in to
oh
want to
yeah,
see this exhibition. Yeah, so
yeah. Of
yeah,
course, it's late for you. For me, it's just after lunchtime. But of course, yeah, we have a different time zone, so it's almost
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I understand. Yeah, but
yeah.
the people still interested to
That's
see
cool.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so that's
nice.
why we open late.
It's very nice. Yeah, and there's lots of people coming in, I see. So that's very, very nice. And so did how did does this, for example, this exhibition go? Is like you contact the gallery, or did they contact you to have like your exhibition hanging there, or how does that
Tell how that happened.
comes together? Yeah.
So coincidentally, because of I told you I had cancer last year, right? So I didn't work for like some time after the cancer. Then I'm supposed to start work in June this year. So but in May, I know that I have to start work in June, so I quickly going for some vacation and be a tourist somewhere.
Yeah.
One of the places I visit is in Beijing. I came to Beijing and I did the typical touristic places. And then there was one day I didn't know where to go, and then I just Google, and then they say, oh, this art district, yeah, is worth the visit. So I just come here and then I just walk for a while, and then I saw this gallery with lots of people walking in. And yeah, so then I just like come in, and when immediately I stood at the door, the gallery owner and manager, they are there. So they talk to me, and then like I just like mentioned that, oh yeah, so like I like to take photos. And yeah, so yeah, so I showed them my work. And then yeah, so then the proposal for the exhibition came. Yeah, so it's like almost like quite abrupt, but
Yeah.
yeah, so then now I'm here.
That's very cool. Yeah. That's
Uh,
very nice. And as well, I see like in the background, I see some photos who are like it's a selection, but they're not exactly like
mm,
hung straight. And I like
mm,
that you did that because it's like I see I recognize some of the photos because it's kind of small from here, of
mm,
course. But
yeah.
it's I like how you don't necessarily hang your photos straight as well in your exhibition. And it's and because it's also it's like 5 photos hanging together. For the people listening, of course, they can see it. But um, is it the combination and how you hang them? Is that something you've played around with, or how did you like have small prints which you collaged that way, or how did you find that idea?
Yeah, so basically, when I know that we're gonna have this exhibition here, I was like very enthusiastic. So I quickly like come up with my curation of the photos. So I really like decided which photos, and then what's the spacing, and know which wall should they go to. But of course, there's some like small revision along the way. And then after that, when we did the installation one day before the exhibition, again there will be some revision. And initially this one is not like this. Is probably like more straight, but not like totally straight one line, but we
Yeah,
have like like 4 photos in one box or whatever.
yeah,
So then it's only during that day of installation we decide to make it a bit fun. Yeah, a bit interesting. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, it's nice
Yeah.
to play around that way. So, for example, you don't have like a set exhibition that travels around because you have some coming up. It's like you always recurate your work for the exhibitions, or
Yeah, so for solo exhibition, I will normally, I was solo exhibition. I always curate because I want to know. I mean, I need to tell the story of my photos. Yeah, so if somebody decide for you how you want to present the photos is, yeah, it may not tell the true story, and also the photos that they choose may not be like what you really liked. There are some people who like my photos, oh, this way, this way, but I still feel no, it doesn't really say too much. Yeah, so then I don't want to choose those photos. So I want to have a say to what photos I want to present.
yeah, of course, yeah,
But
Uh,
yeah, but for
yeah,
group photos, of course, there's a group exhibition. Then there's no chance because it will be the depends on the organizer. Yeah.
yeah, of course. And so we get back to the personal side of it, and I saw you
Mm,
had given some workshops. So I was
mm,
curious because, of course, your style is very personal. It's very
yeah.
well. Your subjects are very personal. Your style is very personal. So is it easy for you to like give a workshop because it's not really
Mm.
something you can just teach someone, I guess. So it's yeah.
Yeah, so actually the workshop I only did two workshop, and they are like short workshop, like half a day, not too long. So like I did it because there was like after the cancer, right? Then yeah, so I just did two small workshop. But after that, nowadays, I feel I don't really want to do workshops anymore because
No, okay,
that what you say is because very personal, right? So I feel that like if I teach people, like they are just like, oh yeah, 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 this is how we should do it, right? But somehow I always feel that if you really want to photograph, right, you should follow your own style. I mean, that's my personal thing.
true,
I
yeah,
always feel that you should photograph in your own way and not, follow people. So I also feel that nowadays because I'm working, I don't really have much time for myself for my own photography. So I want to dedicate any free time for myself. Yeah.
of course, yeah. And so
Mm.
after the one workshop in 2018, did you follow other workshops yourself, or
To
was that
attend
the
other
only one?
people's workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one that I only
Okay.
attended one time with Siegfried Hansen, 2 days, and thereafter I'm on my own. So I kind of don't know, it's self-taught or whatever. So, but of course, he is the beginning. He's the trigger of
Yeah. But still, yeah.
yeah, for my discovery of abstract.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm thinking now as well, like, so you started doing, well, it evolved
Ab-
to this very personal style. Was that something, um, like, when did you find out that it was really like telling a lot about yourself and not just another travel photo, as you mentioned? When did that like click for you?
yeah, I would say maybe around 2022. So 2021. I had my cancer, so then I started to, be more involved into photography, and then probably around 2022, I start to feel more into my photos.
Okay. And do you feel that that style is still evolving, or do you feel like you found your way of photographing, and it's well, it's not how do you say static, but of course it's is it evolving as quickly as before, or is it more slowly now?
Yeah, more slowly now. So it's
More
like
slowly
kind
now.
of like I found my style, and then I would say that uh yeah, I think I found my style, but of course, you never know because like it really I feel that photography, as I say, if it is really representing your soul, right, then it may evolve over time because of how your view of life may change. So maybe last time I may feel very depressed or whatever, but maybe in future I feel very happy. So maybe I may change my style in the future. So
Yeah.
I never know, but I do not want to be constrained, or I do not want to say that, oh, now I've done my style. Shall I find maybe some masters and try to like see if I can copy his style or make use of his style? No, I do not want it. I want it the natural evolution. Yeah.
Yeah. And well, yeah, now you mentioned the word natural, but in of course in different context. But I also saw your website that you rarely edit your photos. Is that
Mm,
because you want to keep it as natural as
authentic.
possible or authentic? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So first of all, of course, to be as natural and authentic as possible. Second thing is maybe I'm lazy. Yeah, because like for example, you just go out. Like let's say last time, right? Every day I'm going out to take photos. Where have you have time to edit? Like you really don't have time to edit, right? So the next day is another set of work, another set of work. So you just come back by the time you just look at a photo. Oh, which one is good? Good, good. Okay, done. Put aside.
Yeah.
Then tomorrow you go out again, right? Another one. Which set? Okay, put aside. So yeah, so no, actually no time to edit,
Okay. Yeah.
and yeah, really. I mean, because I want to produce work, like I want my love is to produce, to create and produce work, but not to sit in front of computer and keep looking editing. Because my work, I work in this financial. Nowadays I work in, like for years, last few years I work in the financial IT department. So I am really looking at the computer every day. I
Yeah.
really don't want to look at it anymore. I just want to go out the street, enjoy the street, the moment, and come back, and I don't want to sit in
Yeah.
front of
Yeah.
computer again. Yeah.
Makes sense. And so do you like do a lot of stuff in camera already to make sure you don't have to edit? For example, I'm not sure. I think you're a Leica user. Is there like a
Yeah.
way like you set the colors, for example, so you just have like the JPEGs ready to go, or is that
No,
something
yeah,
you
no,
don't?
no,
Yeah.
I don't really adjust the camera. So the camera is as it is. The most, like when I'm photographing, I just like control the ISO, the shutter speed, and the aperture. That's all I know. If you ask me technical questions about the camera or photography, I'm sorry, I'm not an expert in that. Yeah, I'm not really knowledgeable of that, to be honest. So I prefer to use my soul and emotions to photograph, because for me the camera is more like a tool rather than a means, or I don't know how to say, to
Yeah.
yeah, you get what I mean. Yeah, it's just a
It's
tool
yeah.
for me to express myself. Yeah, it's just a medium for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. You want to write on a paper. You don't want to care too much about which kind of paper you're writing on. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So
So
it's probably like even as a painter, I don't know a painter, but I guess a painter will probably every painter has almost the same brush, but how they express on the paint is depends on their emotions. It's not depends on the how expensive is the pen, right, or whatever,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
brush. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's very true. So, for example, with that exhibition, like the printing, is it something you just like outsource? Because there's a lot of purists, of course, who are like, oh, you have to use this kind of paper and this and this and this. Is that something that interests you then as well, or do you find that kind of as boring as editing your
Oh,
photos and
okay. The printing of the
the printing?
exhibition
Yeah,
photos, you mean? Oh, yeah. Okay, exhibition printing. Of course, I'm also not like technical person, so I just go to the printer and then say, okay, you can show me some test print, okay, and then they show me, and of course, for my photos, I have a lot of like colors and metallic stuff, lights and shadows. So the whatever paper that they use should show that, because I have previously done, like I wasn't knowledgeable about the print paper. So when I print, like my metallic colors are really gone, like it's like so dull looking. How can it be? Because the real thing is like so shining, and so okay. So then yeah, of course the paper, for such paper, it will not be good. So it should have a paper that is like it should at least show the real thing that I want to
yeah,
show. Yeah, but I'm not like so fussy, like say study like this paper is how many grams, what is
Yeah.
the I have no idea about that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's
And
nice.
my test prints are very fast, so just one, two, okay, done.
I think I would be the same. Yeah, I wouldn't like it, or it looks the same, or it's such small differences that it doesn't really matter to me. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so, I do see you have a small book about your series. Was it something that you decided on, or is it because it's more of a zine, I think, as well? Is
Okay. No, I actually don't really have a book. Last year, yeah, early last year, I had the zinc. So Bum Books actually produced a
yeah,
zinc for me for Subconscious, and that was already sold out. And that was more like a simple small zinc. But after that, no, I haven't really officially produced a book for myself.
and is that something
Haven't had the
you?
time yet.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
because you do a lot of exhibitions. I thought, well, maybe like you don't really like the medium of a book and prefer to have exhibitions for your work, but it's just mostly the time, or
Yeah, okay. First of all, right, I don't know. I tried to make a book. First of all, I think the printing cost in Singapore is like really high because like yeah, and to make a book, and then also the more troublesome will be more like logistics. Like for example, like if I make a book, that's okay, but then imagine like you have to ship it to like so many different countries.
yeah,
Everybody have, like this person is from South America, this person is from North America, this person is from Asia, this person is from wow, that's like how I don't have time to do all these things. There's so much administration work. So that is the thing that actually kind of puts me off to delay doing a book. So unless somebody will do it for me. But yes, so and yeah, so maybe that is the main obstacle. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so if
Also,
any,
I do have requests from so many people that they want to have a book from me, but I'm so sorry. I really, yeah, it's difficult. Yeah,
if there's a
not
publisher
at the moment.
listening, they
Yeah.
can find Betty to
Yes, yes,
contact her
yes. They
for a
should.
book and send
Yes.
me an email
No,
when
that
it's
is.
done because I want it. Yeah,
Yeah, you
because
see,
yeah,
so many people request, so if a
yeah,
publisher, a good publisher, will
yeah,
do it
of
for
course.
me and like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because the
Yes.
zine, as you said, I was just looking into it, but it's sold out. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's not
yes,
not
even for the Zing, Bamboo is the one who managed the shipping and
yeah,
like logistics. So yeah, so that I leave it to them. Mm.
yeah, of course. And so I'm thinking, um, you mentioned the looking for a hobby that you could do by yourself because of course you were traveling a lot, and so it was easier to do it to have something to do solo. Is photography and street photography specifically then perhaps still something you completely do solo, or do you like have a community in like I'm not sure, in Singapore or
Mm, mm,
globally that you're a part of,
mm.
or
Okay, I prefer to do solo. Uh, I like to do solo because the reason why I'm start to be so passionate about photography is because I can express myself through the photography, right? So if when I'm in a group of people, I don't feel myself. I feel like I'm trying to oblige to people, trying to socialize and all these things. So I feel is I don't really enjoy photography when I'm in a book group. Yeah, so I prefer to do solo
yeah.
when I'm photographing.
But also just for like, for example, for conversations. For example, I have a group here in Antwerp that I organized monthly, and it's just we don't take photos together. We just meet at a coffee bar and sit there and we talk. It's usually about photography, but it can also be about random stuff. But it's not that as if you're really looking into like just people to have conversations with as well, or it's really like something you try to keep solo and well private. not really private because, of course, you publish your work, but to yourself, or
Mm, the reason, as I say, the reason why I like photography is because I like it. Because it helps to express myself, and I feel that I can feel the world around me and all those things. So talking about photography is not really me. I feel
okay,
it's just talking.
yeah,
Maybe I'm so not really love talking. Mm, Usually, maybe I'm not a practical person. When I want to do something, I feel that it should be worth my time to do
yeah,
it.
of
Yeah.
course, yeah,
I feel that time is really not enough for me. I don't have enough time, so I want to do what I love to do. Because last time when from young to before I found photography, I feel I'm always like trying to adhere to people's like oblige to people, trying to be to like to the society, to whatever. So okay, say, oh, this you need to do this, you need to do that. So I just keep following to do it. I don't find myself. So finally now I found photography. Um, uh, that can is very personal. I feel
yeah,
that it helps me personally. I don't want to again go back to a place where I have to keep obliging to
of
people.
course.
So I mean, just to be very honest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And do you find now that you've with photography you've done or you have that insight of not wanting to please other people? Have you does that did that evolve in other parts of your life as well? So did photography cause like an evolution in your life in how you view uh your work, your relationships, your family, I'm not sure, like did that like have an effect, or does that make sense,
Yeah,
that question?
so yeah, I mean, I understand. So yes, I mean, like kind of, I want to stand up for myself, So I feel that sometimes, yes, as apart from photography, I also like try stand up for myself if I find that the certain stuff are not worth my time. Sorry to be so arrogant, but it's really not worth my time. Like for example, okay, just talking about it now in the Beijing, right, in this exhibition. I have so many visitors who want to come to my exhibition. I'm really very busy at the gallery, but then there was like one interviewer. She wants to come and interview me. She did came and interview me, and then like she was like more concerned about like the cancer, like women's cancer.
Mm,
Yeah. So she wanted to talk about that topic, which I spent. Originally it was just 1 hour interview, but in the end, I spent almost the whole day talking to her. Like, okay, so in the end, she go away, and then that day she called me again, say, "Oh, yeah, can I come to the gallery and interview you again?"
okay,
I I was thinking like, okay, I need to draw the line now because I'm here, especially I fly into Beijing for the exhibition, is to meet my people who want to see my exhibition, but not to keep obliging people to have interview to for their work. So I mean, I have really spent one whole day. I lost one whole day to oblige to them, but I really cannot spend too much time
of course.
further. Yeah, yeah. So that's why I say no to her. Yeah. I do feel bad about it, but I think sometimes we need to stand up for ourselves also.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. Like it's a lot of time. After this recording, I won't bother you too much. I will
No, 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 no.
I
I
will
mean,
still
like,
email you. No, but I get what you're trying to say. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah. One
and
whole
so
day, is really
yeah,
so important. Yeah.
and so before you wouldn't have, so before discovering yourself through photography, you wouldn't have dared to draw that line, and you would have welcomed her again, you think, or
Yes, I will have like a lot of like concerns. Like, oh, do I like offend her? What have I feel very bad, yeah, offending somebody. Yeah. So
Okay, that's fun.
so
So
now,
it really helps you be yourself more, yeah,
yeah,
and
and I
protect
feel,
yourself more.
yes, I feel better, you know. I feel like I'm standing up for myself because I used to be being bullied for easily, you know. I'm more like soft spoken, so I feel I always being often being made use or bullied by
Oh,
people. So I want to stand up for myself.
okay. Yeah, to me, you come across as a very like happy, enthusiastic, authentic person. So it's of course I don't know your history, so it's hard to see for me now that you would be that kind of person.
Mm,
And so are there? I sometimes ask it, and I kind of know the answer already, but I still want to
mm.
ask the question: Is do you have like a wish list of places you still want to photograph? We already kind of touched this, of course, but
To photograph, okay, I don't really have a wish list because, as I say, I'm quite contented with where
exactly.
I am. But of course, if I have a chance to travel somewhere, of course, good. But I prefer to go to the cities, like urban cities, because that is something I wish to photograph. Continue to photograph. But I don't really have make any plans. Yeah, so I just take it naturally. Yeah, if I have a chance, I will have a chance.
Yeah, of
Otherwise,
course.
I'm always contented with where am I.
Yeah. Yeah, because you mentioned already that you very much enjoy just photographing in Singapore. That's your preference. I kind of know the answer. And so maybe because to me, of course, I've never been to Tokyo or Singapore. Was it easy for you to? Because sometimes a place kind of dictates your photography. So, for example, if I would be in Tokyo, I would be more. My my photography might be slightly different than I would in
Definitely.
Belgium. Did you
Yeah.
find that easy to translate after a workshop in Tokyo then to come back to Singapore and keep that keep yourself and your style or translate the information you got from that workshop
Mm,
into your home city?
it's a bit different, but still okay. It's still like not like overly different. So yeah, still like I think still fine. Yeah, because in Singapore, I've not never really noticed those things when I was in Singapore. Then when I went to Tokyo, I realized that yeah, there's like few things that you can do and look out for, like for example reflections and all these things. So when I go back to Singapore, I can also find reflections. So it's not too difficult.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Uh, okay, great. So yeah, I think we can start wrapping it up there, so I don't ask too much of your time. Also, because it's already late for you, you have to start
It's okay.
because it's the final day of your exhibition in Beijing now,
Yes.
right? So
Yeah.
the next
Yeah.
one was in Hungary, you said?
No, okay. So this is Beijing is my solo exhibition, so I have not planned for a next solo exhibition yet. So but in end November to early December, I have I was selected for a group exhibition in Budapest, because they have this gallery. They have like a open call, and like it is for their annual kind of annual or biannual like exhibition, which is quite important for them. And I have 3 photos which will be exhibited there.
Ah, okay.
So yeah,
So
that's in
if anyone
Budapest.
listens
Mm.
to this episode on a day it's published, you still have time to make it to Budapest and watch some
Mm.
of Betty's work in printed instead of online, which I find
Yes, and
usually is more interesting.
I may possibly be there. I do not know yet.
No
I may
promises,
have
yeah,
a chance.
but maybe.
Yeah.
Ah, that's
Mm,
very nice. Yeah, so it's maybe yeah. Before like one last question, maybe before we
mm.
wrap it up exactly because now it pops into my mind. Because I mentioned the printed work or the digital work. Do you have like do you feel it's more even more personal if you see it printed than on a computer screen, for example, or is that not really a difference for you?
I think yes, the print is like yes, definitely very good because like sometimes you see on a computer and you also wonder, right, that whether if you print it, whether is it as good as it is. So yeah, sometimes you sometimes a big question for me also. So when you see it printed and then it's good, looking good, then oh okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really yeah. Sometimes
It,
it's very difficult to tell from the computer screen also, I think.
True. Yeah, it's sometimes a photo is completely different if you have it like printed even in small than you see it on a screen. It's suddenly a different picture sometimes, which is kind of weird to me. But so thank you, Betty, for your time, your very interesting insights. Of course, if anyone wants to follow her, I'll put the links to her Instagram and to her website in the description. Also, the link to the upcoming exhibitions because I think that's very interesting. And of course, also make sure to follow the podcast. If you like the episodes, share them with your friends. That would be very helpful. And new episodes always coming up. So thank you, Betty.
Thank you so much, Frederick.